To the average person, it's just a mattress, a collection of springs, foam, and fabric designed for human rest. But through the eyes of your dog, your bed is something else entirely. It is the most significant tactical and emotional coordinate in their entire world. Think about the ritual. Your dog has a luxury, $200 orthopedic bed in the corner, scientifically engineered for their joints. Yet, at 11 p.m., they are standing at the edge of your duvet, waiting for the okay to claim a tiny corner, or perhaps the exact center of yours. Why? This isn't a simple case of "it's softer here." We are looking at a complex behavior driven by thousands of years of evolutionary survival, the intricate laws of thermal physics, and a specific hormonal feedback loop that exists nowhere else in nature except between humans and dogs. Today, we are going far beyond the cute surface. We are decoding the science of the sleep space, uncovering the 10 real, deep-seated reasons your dog sleeps on your bed every night. If you are the kind of owner who isn't satisfied with, because he loves you, and you want to understand the neurological why behind your dog's behavior, you've found your community. Hit that subscribe button and tap the bell to join our network of science-minded pet guardians. Before we unlock reason number 1, let's do a quick survey of the pack. Does your dog sleep under the covers, sprawled on top, or pressed firmly against your back? Drop your answer in the comments. Interestingly, the answer often reveals hidden details about your dog's breed history and in the world of psychology, there is a concept known as contact comfort. It was first popularized by researcher Harry Harlow, and it posits that the need for tactile, physical touch is often more powerful than the need for food itself. For your dog, this isn't just a preference. It is hardwired into their neonatal development. When puppies are born, they are essentially sensory blank slates, except for one thing, the need for the heap. Because puppies cannot regulate their own body temperature for the first several weeks of life, they sleep in a pile. This heap provides more than just warmth. It provides a rhythmic, tactile reassurance that the pack is present and the individual is safe. As your dog reaches adulthood, you become the heap. When they press their weight against your legs or back, they are triggering a sensory response in their brain that mirrors their earliest memories of safety. This physical pressure stimulates the vagus nerve, which in turn lowers their heart rate and blood pressure. Research shows that dogs sleeping in physical contact with their owners often achieve higher quality REM cycles because they're vigilance centers. We often forget that while we have bred dogs to fit into our living rooms, their security software is still running on a version that is 30,000 years old. Dogs are naturally crepuscular, most active at dawn and dusk, but they have adapted to our monophasic sleep patterns. However, their brain never truly logs off. By sleeping on your bed, your dog is performing a tactical assessment of the room's architecture. In a wild den, the most vulnerable members sleep in the center, while the sentinels sleep at the perimeter or the highest vantage point. Your bed is usually the highest point in the bedroom. When your dog chooses the foot of the bed, they aren't being distant. They are positioning themselves as the first responder. From that elevation, they have a clearer line of sight to the door and better acoustic reception of sounds coming from the hallway. They are effectively guarding the entrance to the den. In their mind, they are the security system that allows you to sleep soundly. Let's talk about thermal physics. A dog's core body temperature is significantly higher than a human's, typically sitting between 101 and 102.5 degrees Fahrenheit. In the ancient world, this difference was a survival tool. During the 3 dog nights of historical lore, a term used by maritime and nomadic cultures, the number of dogs you brought into your bedding dictated whether you survived the freeze. This is called thermal sinking. Your dog is an incredibly efficient biological radiator. When they tuck themselves into the small of your back or under the duvet, they are engaging in a mutualistic exchange. They are utilizing your large body heat to maintain their higher temperature without burning metabolic energy, while simultaneously providing you with a localized heat source. This is why many dogs will move to a cooler part of the bed halfway through the night. They have reached thermal equilibrium and understand why your bed is so attractive. You have to stop thinking in pictures and start thinking in smells. Your bed is the most scent-saturated area of your entire home. While you see a mattress, your dog sees a pheromone anchor. Humans shed millions of skin cells and excrete sweat and oils every night, all of which are concentrated in our bedding. To a dog, whose olfactory cortex is 40 times larger than ours, this scent isn't just you. It is the chemical signature of safe. When your dog inhales your scent, it triggers the release of oxytocin and dopamine in their brain. It acts as a natural neurochemical anchor. Even when you aren't in the room, a dog will often seek out your pillow or the side of the bed where you sleep because the concentrated scent molecules act as a powerful anti-anxiety agent. It tells their nervous system, the leader of the pack is here. Therefore, the environment is secure. There is a lingering myth in the training world that allowing a dog on the bed leads to dominance issues. Modern canine cognitive science has largely debunked this. When your dog jumps on the bed, they aren't trying to stage a coup. They are recognizing a high-value resource. In the social structure of canines, resources, food, shelter, and prime sleeping spots are shared based on trust and social proximity. By allowing your dog onto the bed, you are signaling to them that they are part of the inner circle. In their psychological framework, being granted access to the bed is the ultimate social promotion. It's not about being the boss. It's about being included. This is why a dog who is allowed on the bed often shows higher levels of affiliative behavior, meaning they are more likely to look to you for guidance and cooperate with you during the day. You have proven you are a provider of the most elite resource in the house. We are about to dive into the neurochemistry of the oxytocin loop and why your dog might be dream running into your ribs. If this deep dive is changing how you look at your nightly cuddles, give this video a thumbs up. It helps us continue to fund the research required for these long-form scripts. And if you're a subscriber, thank you. You are the reason we can keep the science open access for everyone. Perhaps the most profound reason for bed sharing isn't visible to the naked eye. It's happening at a molecular level. This is known as the oxytocin loop. Oxytocin, often called the cuddle hormone or bonding molecule, is the same chemical that facilitates the bond between a mother and her newborn. Groundbreaking research from the University of Tokyo discovered that when humans and dogs engage in mutual gazing, both species experience a massive surge in oxytocin. But here is the kicker. This loop doesn't stop when the lights go out. When you share a sleeping space, you are engaging in passive synchronization. As you and your dog drift into sleep, your respiratory rates often begin to mimic one another. This physical proximity allows for a continuous, low-level release of oxytocin throughout the night. For the dog, this chemical presence acts as a powerful neurosedative. It tells the dog's brain that the social unit is complete. This is why a dog who sleeps on the bed often displays significantly lower levels of daytime separation anxiety. They have recharged their emotional baseline through 8 hours of chemical bonding. You aren't just sleeping. You are performing a nightly biological handshake that cements your status as a family unit. We live in a loud, unpredictable world that can be sensory overload for a canine. For many dogs, the night represents a period of vigilant stress, the feeling that they must monitor every creak of the floorboards. Sleeping on the bed provides what psychologists call anxious mitigation. Think of your heartbeat as biological white noise. To a dog, the rhythmic, steady thumping of a human heart is the ultimate signal of stability. In clinical studies, shelter dogs were found to settle significantly faster when played a recording of a human heart. When your dog presses their head against your chest or even just rests their chin on your foot, they are grounding themselves. The physical vibration of your breathing and heart rhythm inhibits the production of cortisol, the stress hormone. This is particularly vital for Velcro dogs or breeds prone to hypervigilance. By occupying your bed, they are outsourcing their emotional regulation to you. They are using your calm, sleeping state as a template for their own, allowing their nervous system to shift from the sympathetic. Have you ever noticed that your dog often sleeps with their back firmly pressed against yours, but their head facing the foot of the bed or the door? This isn't them being antisocial or rude by giving you the cold shoulder. It is a highly sophisticated tactical maneuver called territorial mapping. In the wild, a pack of canids never sleeps facing the same direction. To do so would leave a massive blind spot in their defense. Instead, they sleep in a circular or back-to-back formation. By pressing their spine against yours, they are locking in their physical awareness of you. They know exactly where you are without having to look. This allows them to focus 100% of their sensory hardware, their ears and nose, on the vulnerable part of the room, the doorway or the window. They are effectively saying, I have the north, you have the south. This back-to-back contact is the ultimate sign of trust. In the canine world, you never expose your back to an enemy. By sleeping this way, your dog is declaring that you are the most trusted member of their life, while simultaneously taking the first. To understand the safe den theory, we have to look at the geometry of your bed. To a dog, a wide-open living room is a liability. It's hard to defend and full of drafts. Your bed, however, with its headboard, pillows, and heavy duvets, mimics the physical architecture of a maternal den. This is especially true for burrowing breeds like dachshunds or terriers, but the instinct exists in all dogs. The heavy weight of a comforter or the enclosed feeling of being between your body and the edge of the mattress provides proprioceptive input. This is the same principle behind weighted blankets for humans. This deep pressure input tells the dog's brain exactly where their body ends and the world begins, which has a profound calming effect on the central nervous system. The bed becomes a micro-den, a space within the larger house where the pack is consolidated and the walls are literally made of their favorite people. It is the only place in the modern home that feels biologically correct to a species that evolved to sleep in tight. Finally, we reach the apex of the canine-human bond, shared vulnerability. In the natural world, sleep is a dangerous liability. It is the only time an apex predator is truly at risk. When a dog chooses to sleep on your bed, and specifically when they fall into a deep, twitching REM sleep there, they are making a profound psychological statement. They are relinquishing their primary defense mechanism, arousal. By synchronizing their sleep with yours, they are entering into a mutual protection pact. They are betting their lives on the fact that you will alert them to danger, just as they will alert you. This is why many dogs will only reach their deepest growth hormone, producing sleep cycles when they are in the bed. They feel they don't have to sleep with one eye open because the pack is whole. This shared vulnerability is the final step in the domestication journey. It is the moment the tamed wolf becomes a family member. When you wake up and find your dog has taken over the pillow, don't just see a bed hog. See a creature that has decided on an evolutionary level that you are worth being vulnerable for. So we return to the original question. Should they stay or should they go? While some sleep experts suggest a pet-free zone for maximum human rest, the biological reality is more nuanced. For many, the minor inconvenience of a stray paw in the ribs is a small price to pay for the massive boost in serotonin and oxytocin that sharing a bed provides. When your dog sleeps with you, you aren't just sharing a piece of furniture. You are participating in a 15,000-year-old conversation. You are fulfilling an ancient evolutionary contract that turned wolves into companions. You provide the bed, they provide the watch. You provide the scent, they provide the soul. If you want to see the other side of this mystery, what your dog is actually dreaming about while they sleep on your bed, click the video on your screen now. We break down the REM cycles of dogs and what those sleep barks really mean. Don't forget to grab our sleep and behavior PDF in the description. Your dog isn't just a pet. They are a window into our own evolutionary past. Let's keep exploring it together. See you in the next deep dive.